All right, great selling Saturday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Seth Masporo Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with our 15 Minutes to Mastery Selling Saturday edition, episode number 367, live from right here, the home office of Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Like we do each and every day to come in and get you some information, inspiration, and motivation. And today we're talking about a Selling Saturday edition, which means we are all about the new business. No existing business. Do not be touching your files. Don't be grabbing your files. Be focused in on grabbing new business. And today I want to talk to you about getting out of your own way. Lisa M. Hayes says, be careful how you're talking to yourself because you are listening. Self-talk. Is it important? How important? Why is it important? Well, I'm here to tell you it's huge. It's very, very important because imagine, look, check this out. Imagine that you're on your way to meet with a client that's interested, right? Or they show up at your location, whatever the situation may be. They come in to the office and then they do what they do, right? They tell you they're just looking, or they're maybe they're just starting their research. Then you notice that you're not making a connection with them. All of these things can get in your head, and you can start telling yourself that, well, they told me they were just listening, or they were just looking. They just started their research. So they're not really serious about doing anything. These are the things you're telling yourself when you hear these things. And of course, when you tell yourself these things, you listen to yourself. And so you automatically start to let your foot off the gas. You're not as intentional. You don't really carry out your presentation in the same manner you would if you were just 100% engaged, right? So in that split second, you let that seed of doubt creep into your head. And without even realizing it, you're the one being sold as opposed to you being the one solving the problems. Okay. So however confident you are in those moments is utterly important. And that's one of the big things that I've mentioned to you guys all the time is I believe that every customer is a buyer until I prove that they're not. I don't listen to what they tell me as far as I don't listen to those things. I don't pay attention to those types of comments that they're just looking, they're just shopping. I'm the first place they've been to. They're 6 to 12 months out. None of that affects what it is that I do, how I do, and my mindset going into it. Because if I did, then I'd have a softer approach. And what I mean by softer is I wouldn't be working with the purpose of trying to get deal done. And that's why it's so important. Whereas high performers, what we're doing is simply taking inventory of our inner dialogue and staying focused and resilient and being fully present. Okay. You can't let those things affect you. Now, so why is it the self-talk so important? Okay. Well, this inside conversations you have with yourself is guiding you on how you view yourself and also the situation around you. So if you listen to these things, I had a former boss of mine who told me he used this way of describing it. He said, you have to be an Etch-a-Sketch. You have to shake it off. Whatever it is that they tell you, you heard it, and you got to just shake your head and not pay attention to it. Okay? Because whatever you believe to be true is true. So if you believe that they're just looking, you're going to then not be as intentional. And today, Saturday, being all about the deal, you get those people that walk in because Saturday is their day off. You'll get a walk-in who is in the market. Remember, the only reason they're going to show up at your location is because they want to buy or they think they can buy there. Nobody's coming in on a Saturday just to look around at manufactured homes. They have some sort of intention of buying a home. It may not be your home. It may not be a manufactured home, but they're looking at a manufactured home possibly as an option. So anyone who shows up is a potential buyer. And that's why I tell you, you can't listen to these things and let yourself be guided by whatever it is they tell you. We're just looking. We're 6 to 12 months out. We just started shopping. We've got other appointments somewhere else. Oh, well, they're going to go somewhere else after they come here. So why am I even going to go all out? Those kinds of things matter. When you tell yourself, when you speak to yourself in a negative way, you have to understand that part of you believes that. And that's why it's so important that you do not have that negative self-talk. And I'm applying this not just in business, I'm talking about in general. Well, I'm just not that good at that. Okay, you're right. And so you're not going to go all out. You're going to go at whatever that situation may be, holding back, not fully engaged. And so of course you're not going to get the result that you're after. And then you say, you see, there you go. That's why I don't even try. That's why I don't even do this. Well, you started off wrong from the beginning. So you've got to have the confidence. You have to have the focus and the discipline to avoid the negative self-talk. You have to be your biggest fan. You have to be the one that believes that it's always going to be something. You prove that it is not. You don't allow yourself to believe it's not. Once you've proven that it is not a deal, you move on. But up until that point, it is a deal. No matter what it is that they tell you, no matter what you see or hear, you've got to be able to, and too many of you housing consultants, community managers do that from the moment you're on the phone with these people. Somebody calls into the office, they call into your phone on one of your ads, and you hear this one thing that just does not line up exactly with what you're hearing, what you want to hear. And rather than diving into that and trying to get that sorted out to make sure that you're still on track with being able to help them, you hear that red flag, and then you're just off the whole thing, and you don't even want to move forward. And that causes you to lose so many opportunities when it comes to that. So that's why self-talk is so important. And when that negative self-talk goes unchecked, it can lead to doubt. It can lead to second guessing yourself. And in sales, that lack of confidence, man, is going to shine through. For one, you're just not going to try. And two, your customers are going to feel it. Your buyers, your clients, they're going to feel that you're just not fully engaged. And there went the connection. There went any sort of relationship building, rapport building, all of those things. So you just got in your own way. So high performers use that self-talk to their advantage. Okay. Some people will say that you're cocky. Some people will say that you're arrogant. But here's the thing. Most of those people who will feel that way and think that way, they don't understand. They don't fully understand the butt kicking that you take day in and day out. They don't understand that majority of what you do is getting turned down. The majority of that you have to experience is the rejection, the no's, the not answering, the being ghosted on text and email and phone calls. So you have to maintain that positive self-talk. You have to have that powerful tool in your tool belt. Okay. Because as a high performer, you have to be aware and you shape it, right? And you use this to drive results. So instead of focusing on the doubts, a high performer will create that story, that narrative that pushes them forward, that belief in themselves. Okay. So instead of saying, well, what if I mess this up? What if it doesn't turn out right? Right. A high performer is confident in the fact that they're prepared and capable to handle it. They tell themselves that. And if it doesn't turn out the way that they were after it, simply adjust and keep going forward. But you focus on what you can control. And what you can control are your actions and your attitude. And part of your attitude is formed by your own self-talk. So however you talk about yourself, about the world, about people, that's how you react. And that's how you act. So we can't let ourselves fall into that negative self-talk, because for far too long within our industry, here's the thing, guys. I mean, people will look at simply at what you do. Too many housing consultants, community managers have over the years thought that I just need to worry about how I answer the phone. I just need to worry about the scripts. I just need to worry about, being able to present the homes in a correct manner. They're just looking at the strategies, the scripts, the tactics. That's it. Okay. But they never address the self-talk. And so with that being said, it stays that way. That's why it's struggle in business. It's the ebbs and flows of it. It just doesn't feel good in the office. I've been talking about that lately, and the culture and the feeling and the vibe of the office, because you're allowing that negative self-talk to be a part of who you are. And so we challenge you here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. I challenge each and every one of you across the country to start changing that. You change the self-talk, you change the way you carry yourself, change the way you present yourself. You maybe dress a little bit nicer, walk a little bit taller, head held high, speak a little bit louder, and be confident. And that new wave of client base, those people that can't afford site-built homes that start coming to look at manufactured homes, will not be turned off at the high rate that they're turned off when they go to a retailer or a community currently that is not operating in this manner. We no longer serve just the trailer people, ladies and gentlemen. We serve the public at large, and we need to step up. We need to get better. We need to get stronger. We need to get more confident. And that is what makes the difference. And that's where I challenge you to go against the status quo. Revolutionize that sales culture. That's what we do at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, is change the sales culture, change the way we think about it, change our perception of what we do, change our perception of ourselves. It starts with you. And if you can do that, especially today on a selling Saturday, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So we're going to go over the top 5 ways that you, my friends, can shift your self-talk. First and foremost, okay, you've got to identify and redirect those negative thoughts. If you hear something and you start telling yourself, well, they're just not ready, they're not interested, they're not ready to make a decision today, you need to redirect that, and you need to understand. That's why if you haven't heard me say this, whenever somebody walked in the door, and I was still in the sales floor when I was selling manufactured homes, somebody walked in the door, and you get it all the time. Well, we just came in, we're just looking, we're not going to buy today, right? Or I'm just looking. As soon as I extended my hand, introduced myself, I'm just selling. I have to contradict what they just told me so that my brain does not pay attention to what they just said. And at the same time, now I'm putting that thought in their head. So you've got to redirect those negative thoughts and move forward. Begin each day with a power statement. I tell you, you should have a power statement for yourself that you express to your clients to help them understand why you are there, what your purpose is, and how you can best serve them. And they should hear this each and every time that you're with somebody. But you need to have your own personal power statement that you tell yourself every day. So I want to show you guys something. Okay, I'm gonna share this really quick with you, because I tell you all the time, look, I'm not going to ask you to do something that I haven't done for myself, or I didn't do for myself. I want y'all to check this out. Okay, let me go share this screen very quickly right here. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can read it completely, but back in October of 2015, I created this for myself, and I've used it since. October 13th, 2015. I'm the strongest person in all that I do. Nothing will keep me from achieving my goals. Every day, I will do what it takes to succeed. I command my subconscious to provide me the strength, the knowledge, the discipline, and perseverance I need to influence every call, meeting, or appointment I'm involved in to help reach my goals. Money flows around me and to me on a consistent basis so that I may have all that I am after. I'm the champion for my family, my team, and anyone willing to turn to me for guidance. Every day, I am a champion. October 2015. That has been, and will continue to be my personal power statement. I've revised it as we've grown into a business now of our own. This was back when I was still working in manufactured home sales, but that's mine. What is yours? What do you tell yourself? How do you get yourself right up here and focused in on the things, on what you're about to do today? Wake up every morning and say my prayer. First of all, be thankful to God for another day, man. I'm about to be 52 this month, in 20 days, as a matter of fact. And so just happy to be alive, right? Grateful to be alive. Great. Any day above 6 feet or above ground is a great day. So, and then into my power statement so that I can get myself focused. And that's why we do these 15 minutes a semester. You think that it's just something, you may think it's just something that we come in to put out there. But I know that the majority of the folks out there, yourselves, don't have this, don't have something like this. So that's why we do this 15 minutes to mastery, to get you a little bit something, at least to get you focused. But I highly encourage you, create your own. The other thing you want to do is keep track of your wins. When you do get a deal done, when you do fund a home, when you do get a deal approved, everything that happens, great. You should write it down. You should write it down in your daily journal or task list, whatever it is that your power list, whatever it is that you use for your daily things that you have to get done. You should be writing in the things that are working out in your favor. Set an appointment, set 2 appointments, had 3 deals approved today. Took a new deal today, funded, delivered a house, all these things. So you can see that things are working in your favor. Sometimes we focus so much on the things that aren't because we get so much of the rejection. So you need to keep track of your wins until you just become that person that understands, man, the rejection happens. The rejection is part of what I do. I ain't even worried about it. I'm looking for the wins, right? But until you get to that point up here for yourself and in your soul, you need to be writing them down. Be writing them down so that you can keep focused on that and not let the other take you. The other thing is be solutions oriented. This one is huge. Everything we talk about is very important, but this is huge because we deal with so much rejection, because there's so many people that can't buy, won't buy. You have to look at every obstacle as an opportunity as opposed to a problem. How you frame that is huge. You get let's say you get a conditions list back from the bank and they're asking for something else, or maybe the income didn't come out to be what it needed to be. Rather than, oh, well, here we go, we got a problem now. Just, hey, okay, let me figure out how to fix this. The income came in short. Okay, let's first of all, what other house or how much do we have in this deal? Can we reduce the price? Is it, if not, what other home can we move them into? We can't do that. Okay, well then who do you have that else that's going to be living in the house that can be on the loan? Be solutions oriented. Again, it is a deal until I prove that it is not. And when you hear all these other things, I'm not looking to buy for 6 to 12 months. Well, why 6 to 12 months? What's going to change between now and 6 to 12 months? Well, this is when our lease ends. Okay, great. Well, so your lease ends in 10 months, but what if we're still going to build your house and it's going to take 2 or 3 months to get it built? And at that point in time, you still have enough time to maybe send in your letter letting your landlord or property management company know that you're buying a home, so you won't be liable for the whole rest of the lease. If you don't have to worry about the lease, what if we get this deal done today? But you've got to be solutions oriented. It's not a problem. Again, don't be listening to red flags to try and kick people out. Be listening for the red flags to come up with the solutions, because that's what you do. You solve problems. You don't sell homes, man. You do not sell homes. You solve problems. And believe me, there are always problems, right? But that means there are always opportunities to grow, opportunities to learn, and opportunities to be the hero. Go out and do that each and every day. And lastly, the other thing you want to do is visualize success before every interaction. If you got an appointment scheduled and you know that they're coming in, maybe you see them pulling into, get yourself ready. What is it going to look like for them to actually decide to say yes and sign on the purchase agreement and collect their money for their down payment and all of these things? What is it? You've got to visualize how has it looked before and what did you do? How were you? And get yourself primed and ready for that. If you're making phone calls, visualize how that's going to go and what outcome you're after. If there's a walk-in coming in and it's your time to take the walk-in, picture in your mind how you need to greet them from the beginning, because we greet walk-ins different than we greet our set appointments. And you know that for a fact. So get yourself ready. If you've got to go into the break room in the bathroom to slap yourself, whatever you got to do, go get ready, visualize success. And with that, check this out. Okay. I want to show you this one thing. Let me remove this. Sorry. I'm going to show you this other deal real quick. Okay. So you may or may not know, in our family, we're huge into sports, especially when it comes to soccer, and we're evolving into football now as the boys, not that we didn't like football before, but as a family now our boys are getting into playing football, but we're mainly soccer right now. We've got 2 soccer games today. So in our household, Ronaldo, Messi, and all the rest are huge. But there's this one video that I've seen in the past that I want to show you guys really quickly. Okay. Let me pull this up very, very quickly that I want you to see. It's huge. And this is about self-talk. This is a video of Ronaldo talking to himself before a free kick. Okay. And I want you to watch the exercise that he goes through. And this is what we need to do ourselves. Let me get this on the screen for you real quick. Check this out. All right. Oh, gotta get this guy in here to watch this. You're about to have some games. Look, check this out really quick. Let me go in here. This is him talking to himself before a free kick. You can cross the barrier, same as always. It's normal to score. He's just telling himself what he's about to do, what he does all the time, convincing himself that it's no big deal. And that's what we need to do as well. You do this all the time, helping families, solving problems, and helping them pick the right home. That's what you do. And you just need to keep telling yourself and visualize the success before every interaction, before you make that call, before you take that customer, and you'll boost your confidence and you'll approach it differently. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Selling Saturday. Go out and do great things. It's the first Saturday of the month. Start it off strong. Help a ton of people, and end the year off right. Don't fall in holiday mode. Don't let yourself, slow down, get your foot off the gas, man. We're all moving. We're all grooving. I was up this morning working because we can't afford it. You'll fall back and you'll go into 2025 behind the 8 ball, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be behind the 8 ball. And speaking of going into 2025, do not forget, we have our 2025 Path to Mastery event. Okay, this is happening November 18th and 19th. It's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. It's in the afternoon so that you get your work done and you can come in, log in. This is not motivation, guys. All right. Although you'll leave from it hyped up and motivated, especially with the speakers that we've got coming in, but it is solutions based. We're giving you actionable strategies in this event. We are going to be presenting you with the information that you need to make 2025 your best year yet in manufactured home sales. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done what you do right now. I spent 14 plus years selling manufactured homes. And the information that we're going to share with you is specific to manufactured homes. You know that there's all these different events for all these different other industries that has to do with goal setting and time management and all that. This is specific to the manufactured home industry. And we've got great people coming in to talk to you. We've got David Finney with Build Media. He's going to be talking about marketing, what's happening now, how you need to approach 2025 with your different marketing platform or different social platforms and things of that nature to be able to get as much of the business as you can in this new market. We got Mr. Doug Tolene from Champion Homes that is going to come in and speak on what the manufacturers are doing, how they've innovated, and how you need to innovate so that you can continue to grow on professional development and develop your skills, not just as a housing consultant, but as someone who can serve people the best way possible. Thomas Dunn, president of the manufacturing and housing industry of Arizona, is going to come in and speak of what's going on within the industry that's going to help you, because being a better leader involves understanding what's going on with the industry. And that goes in with our leadership development portion of what we're going to be doing with you. Sergio Rios with Gold Financial Home Loans is going to be coming in and speaking to you on financing and how you need to master that financing. Again, going back to professional development, right? Mastering your craft. He's going to be pouring into you on that, and we're going to work through some different professional development skills as well. And we've also got Edward Leos, who's John Maxwell leadership coach, coming in to speak on leadership as well. And then I'm going to dive into you with the time management as it applies to manufactured homes. How can you run your day rather than your day running you, so that you can be on the proactive, so that you can be on the offensive, making things happen rather than you letting things happen to you. And then we're going to end it on day 2 with a goal setting strategy workshop. We're going to walk through these things and set your goals for 2025 based on what it is that you want to do. Just check this out. Give yourself the opportunity. And then we're going to have an action plan that goes along with it. You get all of that, 2 days, 6 hours, hands-on, leaving with actionable strategies for you to go and implement the rest of 2024 and all throughout 2025. You get all of that. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough, you're going to be part of a mastermind that we are going to have throughout all 2025, where we're going to be meeting monthly to be able to make sure that you're on track with your goals. Maybe you're running into some situations. We're going to use this as a community of professionals within the industry that are going to come together, help each other move forward, because there is enough business for everyone out there. We need to learn to work together, and rather than look at that retailer down the street as my enemy. Okay, they're a competitor. They will always be a competitor. They should push you to do better and always be improving. But rather than look at them as an enemy, we should all work together as an industry to move forward. I want to crush whoever's going against me, but we're still industry network partners. And so we're bringing that together and we're forming that. You'll have that mastermind, and you get all of that for only $225. And the great thing about it is that from that $225, the whole year-long program, everything, you're not going to be asked for anything else. 75% of that $225 is going to the American Red Cross for the Hurricane Helene and Milton Relief Fund. Okay, we created a fundraiser with the American Red Cross called Manufacture to Win, because that's what you are built to do. You're manufactured to win. So if 75% of it goes to that, the other 25% we're using to sponsor our industry brothers and sisters that are in those affected areas from Helene, from Milton, so that they can be a part of this event for free as well, and part of the mastermind as we continue to grow and innovate and revolutionize the industry together. You, all of you, your circle of friends within the industry, and us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Let's continue to grow the movement. Let's continue to come together. Go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com right now. You can get the information there. Go to the page for our 2025 Path to Mastery event. Get all the details. You'll hear from the speakers. They've got videos on there on what they're going to be doing for the event. We've got all kinds of information in there for you on it. And just allow yourself the opportunity. It's $225. We're not even asking you to break the bank. Normally on these things, don't worry, 3 or 5 years ago, 3 or 5 years from now, it's going to be several $1,000s. We're not asking for that. We know that this is new. You're probably like still kind of looking at like, really, guy? What you want me to do? What? And that's why it's only 225, and it's simply to be able to give a little bit, a lot, really, from your 225, 180 is going, or 170, 180, whatever it is going directly to the American Red Cross. It's not going to us. The other 25% is used to be able to sponsor the folks in those areas, man. We're giving it all back. So you invest in yourself, and you're helping a great cause, you're helping a great people, and you're becoming part of a network of professionals that want to operate at a different level. Go to manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Go get signed up right now. Share this with everybody. Get everyone you know signed up for the event. We are going to bring it on the 18th and 19th, and you don't want to miss it. You guys have a great selling Saturday. Go out, help tons of families today. Do a great thing. Start off November. It's November 2nd. Don't forget, 20 days from now, I'll get you the address where you can send me my birthday gifts. You guys have a great day. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.